Okay, and here we have question 5 from the booklet. It was number 9 in the original paper it was found in. The diagram shows 3 reactions which are used to prepare soluble salts. Now this type of question here are quite popular, these reaction schemes. Okay, so in the middle, it's a good place to start. In the middle, we've got dilute hydrochloric acid, and going from there, we've got 3 different possible reactions of hydrochloric acid. So reaction 1 is quite straightforward. We've got the metal zinc. Okay, so what you need to remember is if you react a metal with an acid, you always get a salt and hydrogen. In this instance, they give you the name of the salt and they tell you that you've got hydrogen, so that's quite straightforward. In reaction 2, things get a little more difficult. You're told that it reacts with compound A, okay? But the only products you're told about are magnesium chloride solution, which does suggest that this is magnesium chloride plus water, because the water wouldn't change the nature of the solution. So that tells us that compound A is either magnesium oxide or magnesium hydroxide, okay, because we're getting a solution, all right, no gas is being produced. And then the third reaction, we've got copper carbonate, okay, so with copper carbonate, we know we're going to get a salt, and we know we're going to get carbon dioxide because of the carbonate. So again, that's something you need to remember, something you need to learn if you haven't done so. So name compound A, okay, so we'll just double check there's no other clues there. Okay, so it doesn't tell us it's a solution, it simply says compound A, so we'll go with magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide is a solid powder, okay, and we would get the magnesium chloride and we'd get water, so we wouldn't actually see any gases being given off. Give the name of the blue solution B and gas C formed in reaction 3. So the solution, we've got copper reacting with hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid produces chloride salts, and the metal in the particular chloride salt is copper. So the blue solution is copper chloride, which you've produced yourself in one of the reactions we've done. And the gas C, well, because it's carbonate, then we know that to be carbon dioxide. And then write a balanced symbol equation for reaction 1. Okay, so that's the one between hydrochloric acid and zinc. Okay, so hydrochloric acid, as we've seen in previous questions, and indeed it's quoted to us in the question, is HCl. If we're going to do a proper job, we can give it its state symbol, it's aqueous, and that reacts with zinc. Okay, now zinc is not given to us here, but you will have a periodic table in your exam paper, so it's quite easy just to look that up. You'll notice I've left sort of space here and I've left space in front of there. And then we get zinc chloride. Now, to work out the formula for zinc chloride, you'd be best looking at the table of ions, okay? But in the previous question, you might recall, we've already got the formula for zinc chloride, because the symbol for the zinc ion is a Z there, it looks a bit like a dodgy I, is 2+, and the chloride ion is Cl-, so you need 2 of those to balance or cancel out one of those to give us the formula ZnCl2. Okay, so we can write that here, ZnCl2, and the other gas is hydrogen, and perhaps the best way to remember that is just to learn it that it's H2, and it's a gas. Okay, so if we have a look at this equation, we'll notice that we've got 1 hydrogen here, but we've got 2 there. So if we quickly solve that by putting a 2 there, that solves the hydrogen issue, and it also solves the chlorine issue, because we've now got 2 chlorines on its side, and the 1 zinc remains a 1 zinc. Okay, so that's the balanced equation that describes that reaction. Reaction 1 was repeated using magnesium instead of zinc. Explain the difference, if any, that you would expect to see. So magnesium is more reactive than zinc, so we would expect to see a more vigorous reaction. Okay, so a more vigorous reaction, that should get you 1 mark, and then the other mark is for the because. Magnesium is more reactive than zinc. Okay, so that's the last part of that question. For some reason, I thought I was just twice. That's foolish.